Hey guys, it's Sammy. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing an end of year book haul. So these are all the books that I've acquired since July, which is the last time I did a book haul. So this is including pre-orders, books I randomly bought my birthday, and then Christmas / treating myself to books at the end of the year. Altogether, it's about 17 books. Some I've read, some I haven't, but overall this is just physical books, so I'm not including any ebooks or ARCs that I've gotten in this time just because probably start to overwhelm me. But without further ado, let's just get into the haul. So starting off with a book that I had pre-ordered in August, I want to say this came out, that I still have not read yet, and that is Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. This is a book I wanted to read by the end of the year. You should be seeing this probably the same day it's going up, so I still have some time, but it's big. It is 650 pages. Still want to read this. I still have some interest in it, but I have heard some mixed things. I know people like it, but I also know that it's more slow, so it's not necessarily at the top of my priority list right now. I have some more like fun contemporaries that I want to kind of like have a rush and read through by the end of the year, but I do still plan on reading this soon. If it's not at the end of the year, I'll probably read it in January. Why do I put myself through this series? I don't know. The next book I have is Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welsh. This is a YA contemporary about this girl that travels to Tuscany to get to know her father because it was her mother's dying wish. I honestly had overlooked this book, and it's actually a series. There is at least 2 other books in like that take place in this world that follow side characters. I don't think it always follows the same people that are in this, but it has such good reviews and I can't believe I've overlooked it for so long. And I am so excited to get started on this because if it is like a new contemporary series, or this is a new contemporary author that I'm obsessed with, I'm gonna lose my mind. Also, I got this at a local bookstore in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, because whenever I go there, I feel like I have to buy a book there because they are my favorite like indie bookstore. It's called Browse About Books, so if you're ever in Rehoboth, please check them out. I absolutely love them. I also have a link down below because I am a affiliate for Libro FM, which is an audiobook service that you can buy audiobooks through, but your sales go to a indie bookstore. So all the money I spend on there goes to Browse About Books, which is where I got this. And if you sign up with the link below, I believe you get your first book free, and I do receive some money for that as well. Really, in my mind, it's just all gonna go back to Browse About and other local indie bookstores. So it's really great. Highly recommend, and I've been meaning to tell you more about this, so it's a good segment for that. Once again, no pressure to check it out, but it is really great. I definitely want to start using them more than Audible. I'm already supporting Libby, my local library, but Audible, Amazon definitely doesn't need any more of my money. So definitely check it out down below if you're interested. Next up, I got this from a used bookstore. I got Becoming by Michelle Obama. I read this on audiobook. I'm not sure. I think sometime in the late summer, maybe early fall, and I absolutely adored it, so I wanted the physical copy. This was pretty cheap too, so I was really excited to see it, especially since it's newer. I mean, used bookstores are pretty hit or miss sometimes with the books they have, but I really wanted it because I know it had like a bunch of pictures and stuff in it, and I really wanted to check that out. So I have a physical copy of this, and it didn't add to my TBR, so that's always a plus. The next stack of books I wanted to go over are the books I got for my birthday from my lovely friends here on BookTube, Book Twitter, Book Utopia. I don't know what you want to call the book world here on the internet, but these are just some really great books that I'm so excited to read. I've read one of them so far. So starting off with the one I have read, and that is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. This is a graphic novel series featuring these kind of best friends to lover situations between these 2 boys at this private school. Super cute. I really like the art style, and obviously it was really quick to read, and I'm obsessed with it. I cannot wait to read more from this series, but this is the only one I've read, and I have 4 others to go, so lots of more exciting books to see here. Starting off with Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. I have yet to read any of Elizabeth Acevedo's books after reading and loving The Poet X in 2018, and I know I need to read her other books. I plan on reading With the Fire on High before this, but regardless, I'm so excited to own this, and I'm really excited to read another book written in verse by her. This is about 2 sisters and a plane crash that was kind of skirted by history and not many people know about. So I'm really excited to read this book from her in verse and also learn more about some history that might have kind of just been forgotten, because I really love that when I read Salt to the Sea by Rita Sepetys. Not that there's necessarily a correlation between the two, but I find it really interesting when books talk about something that is often forgotten by history. So I'm really excited for this. I've heard nothing but good things. Next up, a book that is long overdue that I own and need to read still, and that is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Very excited to read this. Heard so many good things about it. Like, I don't really know the actual plot line. I know it involves a girl who has a podcast, or she's a fan of a podcast, and also kind of dealing with graduating high school and dealing with kind of the pressures, and also maybe not wanting to go to college or not knowing what you want to do for the rest of your life. I've heard it's very it hits you hard, so I'm really excited for this, and this is definitely a book that I will be reading soon. Next up, this is going to be an interesting read. The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller, I believe. This is, honestly, I'm not gonna even pretend. I have no idea what this is about. I know it has a Vampire Diaries quote in the beginning. I want to say it does indeed have vampires. I think it's vampires. It honestly doesn't tell me. And I honestly don't want to know much about it. There is a Shadow King, and I really want to say it's vampires. I really don't know though. But I've seen so many good things about this book. Well, I've seen very hit or miss things, but I feel like I'm gonna be in the crowd that really loves it. And it comes very highly recommended by Taylor. And I trust Taylor's taste that this is probably going to give me everything that I want. So I'm very excited for this. Cautiously excited, because if I don't like it, I'll be very upset. I think I'm gonna like it though. I think I'm gonna like it. And then last, for my birthday gifts, I got the Criers War by Nina Varela. And all I really know about this is a sapphic romance, and I honestly don't know much about it. I think obviously it has to do with the war, but this is like very, very highly recommended, and I know people have said that you don't really need to know much about it going in. So I was like, meh, I probably won't know anything about it going in. But sapphic, pretty reflective cover, and I'm very excited. So that concludes birthday. So now we are going to move into November pre-orders. So starting off, I obviously got The King of Elfane, How the King of Elfane Learned to Hate Stories. I got both the regular white edition and also the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I already read this, and you guys will be seeing a vlog of me reading this very soon, so get excited for that. But I absolutely love this, and these complete my collection, and I will withhold my thoughts on this book until my vlog, but I'm very excited to own them. Next up, the other pre-order that I had coming in November was Chasing Lucky by Jen Bennett. Jen Bennett is one of my favorite authors of all time. She writes some of my favorite contemporary stories ever. I've yet to read this. This is something that I will be reading by the end of the year, that maybe you'll see on my favorites list, maybe you won't hear about it at all, but I definitely will be reading, if not by the end of the year, in January, like I said, for Midnight Sun, because this book, I'm cautiously excited. I've heard mixed things, but I'm cautiously excited, so. And now, last but not least, moving on to Christmas. So I'm going to start with my presents. These are all books that I have already read before. I was just like, I need to start completing some collections. So I got the movie tie-in edition for Always and Forever Lara Jean by Jenny Han. This completes my collection of, I guess, the movie tie-in covers, because I have all three. It feels really great, and I'm really excited for this movie. I'm still not really sure when it's going to come out. My guess is next summer, because it is already filmed, but no announcement yet, but that's just my guess. And obviously when that comes out, I'll be making videos about that, because I always do, but I'm just really excited to have this. And then I got the last 3 books in the Wayward Children series. So I already have the first 2. I have Every Hearted Doorway and Down Among the Sticks and Bones, but now I have the other 3 that are currently out: Beneath the Sugar Sky, In an Absent Dream, which is my favorite book of the series, and Come Dumbling Down, all by Shauna Maguire. And when Across the Green Grass Fields comes out in January, I will be reading that, and I will probably acquire a physical copy of it very soon after it comes out as well. So I'm very excited to own these, because these are just like the prettiest things, and they're so small, and I just love seeing them on my shelf. So I was really excited to get these. And for Christmas, I also got some gift cards to Barnes & Noble, so I had to hit them up as soon as possible, which may say a lot about me. So I got 3 books at Barnes & Noble, starting off with volume 2 of Heartstopper. I was so excited to see this here. Apparently the 3rd book doesn't come out in Barnes & Noble until like May or something, but I swear I've seen it on Amazon. So I'm not sure what's up with that. I don't know. Apparently it's not actually out yet, but I know I've seen it. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm super, super, super excited to read this. I'm so excited to be back with these characters. And once I finish this, I want to start like getting more into Alice Oseman's books, because I know some of them like overarch like characters. Like a lot of her stories I think interconnect in some way. Don't hold me to that, but I'm just really excited because just look how cute. Like it's just so cute. And oh, this one's like blue. I don't think the last one was blue. Anyway, regardless, the next book I got was Well Met by Jen DeLuca. This is a adult romance that actually takes place in Maryland, where I'm from, and I've heard really good things about it, and it takes place at like a Renaissance fair. I heard it was really good. I heard Maryland, and I'm always like a real sucker to see if like somebody writes Maryland well, or they like write things completely whack. So hopefully it doesn't like throw off my rating, like, oh, they didn't write Maryland right. But I'm just really excited to read this, and I've heard really good things. And I know there's like a second book too, so I'm excited. If I love this, I can also pick that up. So very excited for this. And then last but not least, I got The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And honestly, I know I've been off booktube for like a little bit, and I haven't really been watching a lot of videos or really been up to date, but I saw this was on the New York Times bestsellers list. I really haven't seen anything about it. I don't know if that's just me and everyone's been talking about this, but I also saw it has really good ratings on Goodreads, so color me intrigued because this book sounds very interesting. Basically, this girl has to kind of win this inheritance that was left to her that she didn't even know was going to be left to her, and honestly I don't even know what to think of that. It sounds very Wattpad-esque, but I'm here for it, and also it has good reviews, which is just very confusing to me because a lot of times like books that have this kind of similar plot, like you have to play a game to win a prize or like win money, or like there's a bunch of boys that are also competing for the same thing. Yeah, 4 Hawthorne grandsons. Like all of this sounds like Wattpad disaster and low ratings, but it has a really high rating. So like I'm very intrigued. I am very interested, and I would like to read this soon. With that said, I'm kind of nervous. These are all the books I've read. Well, not read. These are all the books that I have acquired since July for my end of year book haul. Pretty nice stack, if I do say so myself, and I'm really excited to get to read all of them. Let me know down below, out of the books that I haven't read, which one you think I should pick up first, or let me know any of your thoughts on any of these books. Heartstopper, you want to gush about Heartstopper? Comment it down below. Let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye!